What's My Line? Brought to you by Sherwin-Williams Chem Glow, the enamel that looks and washes like baked enamel. And now let's all play What's My Line? And now, live from New York, let's meet our What's My Line panel. First, the delightful star of stage, screen, and television, Miss Arlene Francis.
Thank you. And now the password maestro, who this summer in Kansas and St. Louis will be playing with his beautiful wife, Betty White, in The Bells Are Ringing. And they offer us, too, because he's here, Mr. Alan Ludden.
Thank you. I want you to meet the lovely star of the Broadway's suspense thriller, the best suspense thriller in years, Wait Until Dark, the lovely Remick, right here.
Now the handsome and debonair Squire of Mount Kisco, Bennett, Cerf.
And here's the latest member of the Blackfeet Indian tribe, just back from the reservation, Big Chief John Daly.
Actually, I did go out to Browning, Montana for the graduation in School District 9, which is the district of our reservation for the Blackfeet, and thereby hangs a terrible tale. Somewhere between Bismarck and Billings, Montana, high up in the air, this lovely little stewardess who'd been looking at me with a jaundiced eye since Minneapolis and St. Paul leaned over and said, you know, you look like Bennett Cerf. Well, they took me off the plane at Billings in a straitjacket, and 3 days later...
What was the number of that plane? I'm going to sue.
Not sue, Blackfeet. Oh, that's pretty bad. But it's a wonderful time. We went out to St. Mary's Lodge right at the entrance to the Glacier National Park, and I watched them clearing a 60-foot snowdrift in Logan Pass so that the people could come in from the West Coast for this weekend. 60 feet of sheer snow, and they run these cats and these big rotaries out and start cleaning it out. Wonderful sight. And I'm so full of enthusiastic ideas tonight that, Miss Remick, it's nice to have you here, and Mr. Ludden, it's good to have you back again, but we've got some occupations that'll stir your blood, too, for the next half hour. We'll also have a famous mystery guest before my friends on the panel a little bit later in the program, but right now, let's meet our first contestant. Will you enter and sign in, please? Carolyn Arnold. Right, ma'am? Yes. All righty. Is it Miss or Mrs. Arnold?
Miss Arnold.
Miss Arnold, and where are you from?
Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit, Michigan. Nice to have you with us. Miss Arnold, may I present the panel?
How do you do?
And now will you come over here with me, and we'll let the audience in the theater and the audience at home know exactly what your line is. All right. Panel, we can tell you that Miss Arnold is salaried and deals in a product. And let's begin the festivities with Alan Ludden.
Miss Arnold, does your product have anything to do with the automobile industry?
No, it doesn't.
1 down and 9 to go, Miss Remick.
Is this a product that's found in the home? Yes. Is it a product used by both men and women? Yes. Would it help us to know which room in the house it would be found? No, not particularly.
No, I don't think it would. That's 2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Miss Arnold, is this product of yours consumable?
You mean in terms of being ingested?
Either eaten or drunk?
No. No. That makes it 3 down and 7 to go, Miss Francis.
Miss Arnold, is it a product that ever comes in contact with the body? Yes. In fact, if one were to use the product, is that the way one would use it, on or with the body in some way?
On, you mean in terms of displayed upon or displayed with?
Used somehow on the body.
No. That's 4 down and 6 to go, Mr. Ludden.
Miss Arnold, do you, by any chance, have any, do you demonstrate this product?
Yes.
Is this product have anything to do with anything to do with athletics?
No.
5 down and 5 to go, Miss Remick.
Is it something you can hold in your hand?
Yes.
Sometimes. Sometimes.
Well, basically, we'd say you can hold it in your hand. We do not suggest, however, that this is entirely the proper way in which to utilize it.
I see. Does it have moving parts?
Yes.
Is it, then, may I assume it is a mechanical object?
Yes.
Does it perform a useful function?
Yes.
Is it something which improves the user in any way?
No.
No, I don't think so. 6 down and 4 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Miss Arnold, is the product used in any way to cleanse or beautify the premises?
Yes.
To cleanse the premises?
Yes.
Is it used on the floor of the premises?
Yes.
Is it some kind of a vacuum cleaner?
Yes.
It is a vacuum cleaner. That's wonderful. Now, Bennett, what does Miss Arnold have to do with vacuum cleaners?
Well, she demonstrates it.
Right. Well, I think actually we'll throw all the cards over. She demonstrates it and at the same time has as her ultimate purpose
Eats it.
to eat it. Right. Actually, Miss Arnold works for the Kirby vacuum cleaners, and out of the only woman in the Detroit office, and she goes around house to house and demonstrates and sells.
To housewives?
To housewives, and I guess if you find an occasional chap at home doing the housework, why, he's the likely subject, too.
Yeah.
She sells them.
I can see.
The thing that tickles me, though, is that this gear weighs 60 pounds, and this little girl has to lug 60 pounds of gear around from house to house, but doesn't mind it a bit, do you?
No, I don't.
How do you keep that hair out of your eyes?
With a vacuum cleaner.
She has a vacuum cleaner that sits up on the top of it and does the thing around the thing. Well, I think we came close to sticking them. Thank you very much, Miss Arnold.
Thank you, Mr. Dixon.
We'll have another contestant for you in just a moment after this word. And now to meet our next challenger, will you enter and sign in, please? Emmett. Ashford, right, sir? All right. Ashford, where are you from?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, California. Nice to have you. May I present our panel, Mr. Ashford? Now, if you'll join me over here, sir, we'll let the audience in the theater and the audience at home know exactly what your line is. All right. Panel, we can tell you that Mr. Ashford is salaried and deals in a service. And we'll begin with Bennett, sir.
Mr. Ashford, do you work for a non-profit making organization?
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. 1 down and 9 to go, Miss Pence.
Mr. Ashford, do you work indoors?
No.
2 down and 8 to go, Mr. Ludden.
Mr. Ashford, does your service have anything to do with the betterment of people? In other words, do people come to you for their service?
I would say yes.
They do.
Now, that was 2 questions. You asked 2
Well,
questions.
I changed in the middle. I want
Changed
the
in
last one,
yeah.
all right?
Okay, fine.
Do they come to you in groups?
Yes.
Do they come to you because they want to?
Yes.
Well, the way they left, I thought maybe they were brought. But they come because they want to, huh?
Precisely.
Do they have to have any, is there anything instructional in your service?
I would say yes.
Yeah, I would say it is, but would not suggest at the same time that this is the fundamental and basic purpose. There is certainly an instructional aspect to some of the work that Mr. Ashford does.
Thank you, John. I think. In order to perform your services, Mr. Ashford, did you have to have any kind of special training?
Yes, definitely.
Did it require college training?
I would say no.
No. That's 3 down and 7 to go, Miss Remick.
Do you wear any particular uniform or costume when you perform this service?
Yes.
If I were to see it, would I know immediately what you do?
Yes.
Do you touch the people who come to you?
Oh, no.
No. That's 4 down and 6 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Mr. Ashford, does what you do have anything whatever to do with keeping the law or enforcing same?
I would say in my field, definitely.
Now, we have to hear probe a bit. Bennett, you were speaking, when you mentioned the law, you were speaking specifically of statute law and had reference to police activity.
Not at all. I meant something that had to do...
I think you are a Sioux, not a Blackfoot, I must say. Heavenly days.
Might this be a law, not a penal law that you were involved in, Mr. Ashford? Has it anything to do with the church in any way?
No.
Nope. That's 5 down and 5 to go. And I would remind all of you that I specifically said that we were not concerned with statute law here, that we took the word law to have a very general connotation. Miss Francis.
Well, you said that the uniform that you wear would be recognizable by any of us on the panel. Is it a uniform that one might ever see in the sports arena?
Yes.
Is it do you definitely have something to do with a particular sport?
Yes.
Rather than a player, are you either a trainer or somebody on the sidelines in a sport? By that I mean you aren't may I assume you are not an actual player of this sport?
No, not a player.
You're not a player. Is the sport baseball?
Yes.
Could you be an umpire or a...
That's very good.
I'll say Mr. Ashford doesn't touch them.
Not touch you either.
Mr. Ashford is, well, I guess, I don't know, I hope this is right. You're sometimes described, I think, as the Maury Wills of the umpires, though. He has a style all of his own. He was chief umpire of the Pacific League up through last year. And this year he became a major league umpire and just made his debut at Yankee Stadium in the current
Good.
current
How was
visit.
it, Mr. Ashford? Okay?
We had peace and quiet, Miss Francis.
Especially with the Yankee bats, didn't you?
He has a very fine style. When he says, I can't do it for us, call a strike, will you? The thing is, let me say first,
Do you
when
insist?
yeah, I do. When he does it, they say, no matter what park you're in, you can hear it in the farthest reaches of the stands. Draw back and let's have it.
You asked for it.
What do you holler?
Sometimes people ask me how it comes out, but I just don't know. It's just a natural thing, and I couldn't explain it myself.
But it's Raya. He's very famous. You know, he was famous. Sit down for just a second. Absolutely famous in the Pacific League, and we read a great deal about you before we were lucky enough to have you move up to the majors and come east and visit us.
But don't hold that against me, please.
Oh, we don't hold that against you. I think it's wonderful that you could have made such a fine reputation out on the West Coast, and I think Major League Baseball's lucky to have you. And thanks a lot for visiting us.
And thank you very much.
Nice to have you with us. We'll meet tonight's mystery guest in just a moment, but first, this message. And now the special feature of our program, the appearance of our mystery challenger, for which the panel, as you all know, is always blindfolded. Are the blindfolds all in place, panel?
Yes, John.
Good. Will you enter mystery challenger and sign in, please? Just a reminder to Alan Ludden and perhaps news to Miss Remick, but I think also a reminder to you. We use a different form of questioning this time. One question at a time, in turn moving clockwise. And we'll begin with Arlene Francis.
Are you part of the motion picture world?
Just recently, yes, ma'am.
Mr. Ludden?
Are you primarily known as a singer?
Well, I have sung.
But I would think the answer was no. One down and 9 to go, Miss Remick.
Are you in a film which is due to open on Broadway soon?
Yes, in July, ma'am.
Mr. Cerf?
Have you achieved a considerable reputation in television?
I do declare I appreciate that statement. Yes, sir.
Miss Francis?
Did you achieve the reputation on television because you were in a series?
Well, now, you're asking, does our guest appear in a series of programs?
Had our guest appeared in a series on
I'm
television?
on.
Yeah, he's on.
What happened?
He's on.
Oh, he's on. Oh, good for him.
Yeah, regularly. Mr. Ludden?
Are you on CBS television, or is that a silly question?
I'm not on CBS, and that ain't a silly question.
That's 2 down and 8 to go, Miss Remick.
Is this series that you're in a Western series?
No, ma'am.
I got a wonderful crack I want to make, but I can't. That's 3 down and 7 to go, Mr. Cerf.
In the course of your professional career, sir, have you ever been known to hurl pastry?
Why, I do declare he knows something.
You think?
I think he
You think?
does.
You may have, yeah. Well,
Yes.
May have. Miss Francis?
Well, I think, I imagine Bennett was referring to Soupy sales.
Oh,
Quite a series.
I got it when he said it ain't a stupid question.
It ain't. Did you get it then?
Yeah, that's
He said
what I
it ain't a
heard it.
Stupid question. Yeah.
Very good voice.
He did very well.
Well, I met Raymond Walburn the other night. You remember Raymond
Yeah,
Walburn? He used to play the blustering colonel. And
What's the picture you're going to do, Soupy?
the picture's a thing called Birds Do It. And it's for Columbia, and I fly in it, but I don't use a plane.
You
Would you like to tell us what you use?
Yeah, LSD.
No, it isn't that.
I know several authors like that.
Yeah, I become ionized. And I knew you'd be choked up about that. But, and I fly. And the spies are after me, and they're trying to knock me off. It's a wild comedy show.
I hoped you'd be a flying mouse.
Yeah, well, I don't do that.
No,
Do
but
the
what-
mouse. You invented the mouse. That's the one. That's the one.
I've got 2 sons who do it all the time. But the more fun, Wednesday you're going to be in the Ice-Capades
yeah.
at Madison Square Garden.
I'm going to be with the Ice-Capades.
Do you skate?
No, I intend to fall down a lot.
Without skates?
No, with skates.
You're going to put the skates on?
I'm going to put the skates on.
That'll
a
be
lot
worth
of
the price
padding.
of admission all by itself.
John?
Yeah.
Soupy and Carol were on Password not long ago, and we had one of the highest ratings on a daytime password that has ever been on daytime television, really. It was a brilliant week, and we had a great time, and I think Soupy introduced a lot of new people to Password, and we were very grateful to him. He's coming back, as a matter of fact.
I'm looking forward to it.
If you don't mind my talking about a little show that we do every day on the
That'd
Stafford.
be great.
What show was that?
Password it is.
And at the end of next week, Soupy's going to have a new one, the Black and Blue program.
Yes,
Huh? Well, have fun in our
thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Soupy. Nice
Thank
of you
you.
to come and see us. You've done very well so far tonight, panel. Congratulations. We'll have another contestant after this word. And now, a final challenger. Will you enter and sign in, please? Susanna Davy, right? Miss or Mrs. Davy?
Miss.
Miss Davy. Where are you from?
I'm from England, but I'm now living in New York.
Oh, fine. We're nice to have you here with us. May I present our panel? Miss Davy, will you join me over here, ma'am? And we'll let the audience at home and the audience in the theater know exactly what your line is. Panel, we can tell you that Miss Davy is salaried and deals in a service, and we'll begin things with Lee Remick.
Do you work for a profit-making organization?
Yes.
Do you deal with both men and women?
Yes.
Do they come to you for this service?
Yes.
Do they come to you alone, or... Do they come to you alone?
Sometimes.
Sometimes in groups?
Yes.
Do you wear anything in particular when you perform this service?
Yes.
A uniform?
Generally, it could be described, Lee, as a uniform.
And it would speak for itself? If I saw you in it, I would know what you do?
Well, you might.
You might, but you might not. It would depend on how closely you were associated with the area in which the service is delivered, I think.
I see. Does your service that you perform have anything to do with the fact that you were born in England?
No.
1 down and 9 to go, Mr. Cerf.
Miss Davy, does your service have anything to do with food or drink?
No.
2 down and 8 to go, Miss Francis.
Miss Davy, is there anything physical about your work?
Yes.
When you are performing your duty or job, do you use your body?
Yes.
In your job? Is there something strenuous about the physical work that you do?
Yes.
It could be occasionally, you know.
Do you instruct in this work?
No.
3 down and 7 to go, Mr. Ludden.
Miss Davy, do you use anything, any implement or any device in your service?
Yes.
Does it have any moving parts?
Yes.
Is it powered? Does it have any power other than your own energy? I mean, is it electrical or anything?
No, it's not electrical.
It's not electrical.
No, but you asked the question on a broader basis, but unfortunately brought it down to the
I should have left it
narrowest.
alone, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Sorry
4 and 6 to go, Miss Remick.
It is then powered. I may assume...
No, it's not
It
powered.
is not powered?
Yeah,
I
blew it.
understand.
Yeah.
All right. Do you do this work outdoors?
Yes.
Do you cover a lot of territory when you do this work? Do you move from place to place?
Yes, I do.
Do you move from place to place on foot?
No.
No, 5 down, 5 to go.
Miss Davy, then have you anything whatever to do with transportation?
In a way.
Yes.
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 Are you in some moving vehicle when you are performing your service?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it a bus or a taxi cab?
No.
No, but that's very close. I'm going to
truck?
throw the cards over. Miss Davy drives a horse and buggy in Central Park. Central theatrical animals. So they're coming. You've been driving a horse, and you have to know that section of New York. That's why I said, Lee, you recognize because she wears a top hat, you know, and
In front of the Plaza Hotel?
In front of the Plaza Hotel. Thank you very much, Miss Davy. Hope you enjoyed your visit. It was nice to have you here with us. Having used up all of our time with the panel's permission, I will say good evening for the whole group, and as always, thanks for being with us on What's My Line?
What's My Line is a CBS television network production in association with Mark Goodson and Bill Crockett. This is Johnny Olson speaking.